Hello and welcome to Lord's Brewing Co. channel of craziness today. We've got something pretty crazy, and if you've already read the thumbnail, you'll know what it is. So I was trolling through the interweb one evening, and I saw this company, and I saw this machine, and I saw some reviews, and I thought, I want a bit of that. And so here it is.
It is.
This is Paul. Sorry, I've not even introduced you.
I've got a napkin bar now.
Yeah. This is Paul from Paul's Beer Reviews.
Monster.
So, Monster.
Monster.
Right. Yeah, that's.
Oh, it's a BeerMonster, and it's their new Draught machine. So this is brand new. It's not even out yet, is it?
I think you can buy it on the website. So they told me a little bit about it. One of the things was about this machine is they've had two versions of it. I'm just trying to get this tape out of my hand.
Go on the floor.
I've got it. Wait. There we go. They've got two versions of this machine. Look at that on top.
Shiny stuff.
So those are the two
Instruction manual.
instructions. Yeah, so they were saying basically there was another version of this that they did before, and they weren't happy with it, so they withdrew it off sale.
Yeah.
And so this is a new version,
And we're back to the drawing board.
and they went back to the drawing board. So it's got like CO2 bulbs in it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
That's a good.
not for kids, definitely not.
We got another bit of bubs.
Yeah, not sure what that does
That
yet.
is it.
We have, I'm guessing that's the draft handle. Yeah.
No idea what that is.
I think that's it. We've got everything there. Oh, is that actually in there?
Jump up again.
There we go. And here's so. Put her there.
Yeah.
Well, let's put her down off camera, and then it's quite a big bit of kit, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, it's not very heavy. Right? I'll check the box. I'm guessing two more packages in the box.
That is a good stuff. Wow, that is really, really light.
It looks like a pressure cooker.
A pressure cushion. It does look a bit like a pressure cooker.
And then we've got here in this package that was in the box, the drip tray with
Here's the unit.
some blue plastic to cover the stainless steel. And there is another packet here, which I think
Plug.
is the handle.
Yep.
Yes, so this, as I understand, is the spear that goes into your beer. And this is the connector for the top of that, I think. Yes, it is. That's exactly what that is. And that's gone. I've got it on the spot. It's gone.
Never
Completely gone.
Never find that again.
We're totally professional.
Yes.
Uh,
We've got a line. We've got a
whatever that is.
tricky pumpy
Yeah, I've got it.
pumpy. We've got these contraptions. We've got little things in here as well. We've got washers in it.
Okay, so it comes with spare washers and
Plastic washers.
I bet that's for cleaning.
Possibly.
Yeah.
That's the bit there.
And this is the handle for the top of your keg.
Back in there for now.
Yeah. You know when you've got a keg and it comes with a handle, mini keg.
Yeah.
So you take your handle off, this clips on top so that you can lift your mini keg up, as I understand it.
So the idea of this machine is you can buy any keg you want. Anything you get from the supermarket, anything from like a brewery.
Any
your
mini
favourite brewery.
keg.
Any mini keg, yeah. So 5 litre mini keg. Chill it, put it in here, it keeps it chilled, pulls it to draft quality. So there's no end to options you can get for the beer in it, which I find very exciting.
I think that is quite a good option.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, we're going to sign off for a second.
Yeah.
Also, I'd just like to say, I watched on the video them messing with this spear, putting it in. And one of the things I would say is anything that touches your beer, you shouldn't put your hands on.
Yes.
So with this, I want to clean it. I'm going to put it in, give it a quick rinse in some hot water, and I'm going to use peracetic acid on it just to give it a bit of a clean. Obviously not everybody has peracetic acid, so you could just maybe wipe it down with some vinegar or something like that just to take off the any dirt. But when you put it in, don't touch the blooming bit that's touching the beer.
Shove into the beer.
Yeah, try not to do that. I just think that's a bad idea. Because you might introduce infections or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So, or it probably won't do you any harm. It just, the beer might go off a bit faster, that's all.
Yeah.
And make sure your hands are clean. So we're gonna have a little mess with this, and we're gonna be right back in a minute.
With the BeerMonster.
With the BeerMonster, right, let's
With the chilies and bread.
right, so we opened up inside the machine. There's just a button right there, and inside was this fellow here with a quite nicely made metal top actually on there, and some various brackets as well. Now you can use this for, I guess, for cleaning, but also you could probably put water in it, or for us we could maybe test a beer out actually when we're doing trial beers, so that's kind of cool. There's also the gas bottles obviously, and the handle. So what we're going to do now, we're going to Paul's going to have a go at putting the gas in. So that's it.
So,
And then you screw it into that bad boy. No, that's the wrong way. That's it. Is that all the way in? Yeah?
So,
No.
that's how you get the gas in.
And then you fold that up.
Yep. Up into the lid. Now we just want to put a keg in.
And we need to put the spear in the keg, so we're going to get that now. Our kegs have been in a cold room for the best part of,
Yeah, they do.
3 or 4 days at least.
They do recommend chilling the machine. They said for at least 24 hours beforehand. We're not going to do that. And when we turned this machine on, it was telling us it was 16 degrees. It's been on for about 15 minutes, and it's already gone down to 9. So it's chilling itself down at quite a rate, which is quite impressive, to be fair, since it's straight out of the box. So yeah, we'll try it. We'll put a nice cold keg in there and see how the beer comes out.
Awesome. So this is the beer that we're going to use. This is our new cask ale called Hoddle Ultra Pale. Just a quick one on this. There's two types of beer you're going to get in a mini keg. Some is real ale. This is real ale. Okay, so what that means is it's not carbonated or forced carbonated. What it means is the yeast in the beer has made the carbonation, which will give a less gassy beer. But it also can, because it's unfiltered, it can actually ferment if you don't keep it cool enough. And now, as you can see, this one is very, very cold. If you have a kegged beer in a mini keg, that's a slightly different process. We have a machine over there that we fill these on, and with that, we actually put CO2 in the top to force down on the beer to force carbonate it. Now, your lagers are all kegged. Some IPAs might be kegged. Real ale, like this one, is not technically a keg beer. It's actually a naturally carbonated beer. So in theory, it should be smoother. But if it's fermented away in here a little bit, because it's been left a little bit warm, when you do pour it through, it'll just be foam. So you've just got to be aware of that. So what we're going to do, this handle on the top has to come off. This is purely for transport, and we have to use their handle. So that's what we're going to do next. So we've kind of skipped a bit. What we did, we lifted it in with the handle. It works very, very well. You hook it in on that side and clip it down. The guy's right, don't you think, in saying that maybe you should hold the bottom of it when you're doing that, so when you're lifting it in.
Double support, but this little contraption does seem pretty solid.
Yeah, it does.
Quite comfortable lifting out like that.
Yeah. So, do you want to vent this for us?
turn it about 45 degrees, get a little bit of gas.
Now the question is, can we pull that out there? He makes it look super easy. There we go.
That's out.
Anything left in there? Interesting. I think we need to get that little bit out there, don't we?
I don't think that'll go out.
Okay, so we just checked that, and on this particular mini keg design, that little red piece had a little collar. Now, you could probably just slip the collar out. We chose just to push it down because it's already in the beer anyway, and it shouldn't make any difference, and I doubt very much it will get sucked up there. So we're going to put this in now. Do not touch this spear. Keep hold of the top bit. I just think that's not a great way of doing it. So I'm going to put this down. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Nice fit at the bottom.
Connects. CO2. Click. Connects. So,
Did that click in?
kind of made a noise.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Like the other one.
Yeah, so that's definitely in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not coming out and that's not coming out. So let's give that a... I'm just looking at that, yeah, that's all right.
Solid.
Okay then, so what do we do next? We've got it in place, the keg's inside. What do we do with the dial?
Put the CO2 level at kind of mid-range for a few seconds. The idea is that's meant to let a bit of CO2 go through the system, get it working. And they did recommend you start it off on a low. And the idea is you start pouring, and if you need to add more pressure, you can. You might need a bit more.
Yeah, a little more pressure. So that's quite good, isn't it? We didn't get a glass full of foam,
No.
as predicted, but that might also be because... Oh, hello. I can actually hear it now.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
That's not awful, is it? Look at that.
No, that's pretty good.
It's developing.
Hey, that is very cool.
This is very ultra pale. I'm actually quite impressed with that.
Yeah, this is an ultra pale ale. There you go, ultra pale. Huddle. 3.7. We had this yesterday. Now, what do you reckon? I'm gonna have a go at pouring one.
Yeah. So I've got it on. The gas is almost on full.
Okay, well
So
let's.
there's obviously enough running through the system. That's really nice and cold. That's like a perfect temperature for this beer.
Let me just make that like that. Hey, that is, I'm quite impressed with that. Look at that. Okay, so I guess we need to taste test it.
We do.
It's a terrible job we have. So let me just stop this so I can turn the camera around. Okay, so here it is. It's I'm going to give it a little tap. My glass is dusty. We're actually brewing at the moment. This is Hoddle Ultra Pale. Cheers.
Cheers, man. I think that's come out alright.
So we had this yesterday in the King's Head
On cast.
on cask. Admittedly, it was hand pulled with a sprinkler.
Yeah.
A sparkler. Which made it really smooth and develop in the glass. But
That is a really good draft version of it. It's like a decent cake version of it. It's just got a bit more bite to it. It's like you know.
that's a right bit of kit.
I'm actually well impressed. We've had a bit of a fiddle for the first play with it. When we turned that machine on barely half hour ago, it was at 16 degrees. It's gone right down to 7 already. with that little bit of water we've added. So it's chilled the water nicely. So for a pale ale, this temperature is absolutely perfect for me.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Setup is pretty easy. We don't know how long the gas canisters last, how often you're going to have to replace them. That's trial and error, I suppose. But
I would think we probably run a gas canister per mini keg.
yeah,
Also, I don't know overnight. So we're doing a live feed tomorrow. I don't know when you're watching this, but we're doing a 24-hour live stream tomorrow, and I think I might leave it and see what it's like tomorrow.
yeah. It's kind
Yeah, that's it. I mean, if you're serving a lager, you want it around 2 degrees.
Yeah.
So this is probably 6 degrees and lower. It's probably a bit cold actually for a real ale.
I don't know what's he trying to get down to. You see,
I don't know. I don't.
2 is trying to get,
Yeah, the lowest it does is 2 degrees, but
So you can adjust that. If you want it 8 or 9 degrees for a porter or something, you can adjust it. So we've got it. Right, so what you could have put in it, you know, you're just going to keep the pale in there for now.
I think we'll keep that in just so that we
Say
know.
6, you quite happy with that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Leave it at that. I like the fact you can adjust the temperature yourself. Do we know how much these retail for?
So at the moment on BeerMonster's website, they're £149. We are going to create a button in our shop on our website where you'll be able to buy our mini kegs, but you can also hit a button. It will take you straight to their website. You can buy the machine there, and as you can see, it definitely works with our mini kegs. It's brilliant. So
Yeah,
I'm actually really impressed.
I've got to be honest, I wasn't expecting it to be great, but that set itself up very, very quickly. It's very straightforward. The only issue I could possibly think of is putting the tap out of the keg. That's the only thing I could possibly think of.
Yeah.
So we pulled ours out and a little bit broke off, and all we did was just push the rest of it through. So it's technically it's in the bottom of the keg, but that's not an issue. Like John said, it's in the beer anyway.
Yeah.
But generally, I'm really impressed. I'm very impressed. That is a beautifully level pale ale. It's come out really nicely. I don't know.
I don't think that tastes any different to what we had it in the pub.
Just slightly thinner.
Yeah.
Because it's a keg rather than the cask.
Yeah.
I think if anything, that bit thinness, it brings out the flavour a little bit more.
Yeah.
You actually enjoy it a little bit more. I'm well impressed. I'd buy one. I'd buy one, definitely.
Very good. So apparently on the first iteration of these machines, they weren't that great, but that's bang on. Yeah, can't knock it.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed, yeah. It does the job.
So we will do an update on using this machine.
And it keeps the keg cold.
Yeah, it keeps the keg cold.
That's the problem. Opening a keg is keeping it cold. you
Yeah.
know, So, yeah. That's a winner for me.
I think that's great value as well.
Yeah. It is. I'd buy one.
Yeah.
I'd buy one, definitely.
I've got one if you want to buy one. If you want to buy one, I've got one.
There you go.
I'm really impressed with that. I think that's a really great solution to one of the problems with mini kegs as well. Where to put it? A lot of people don't have room in their fridge for a mini keg.
Yeah.
But you
Put it in
could
there.
potentially, once you've got it down to temperature, you could even, and I'm probably going to get shouted at for saying this, but if you got your mini keg delivered, you could stick it in the freezer for a couple of hours to get it down to temperature, put it into that and leave it for 24 hours.
A lot of kegs get delivered cold, don't they?
Well, the ones that get delivered cold, I'd still say let them settle. You really do need to let them settle. That mini keg that I just put in has been in the cold room in there for well over a week, I think.
Yeah.
That particular one, I thought it was a few days, but it's definitely over a week.
Yeah.
So it's been sat in there, temperature controlled, so it is icy cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, spot on.
If you've got the room for it, place to keep your kegs for a few days to get them nice and cold. Yeah, that's been win for me. I want one now.
Yeah.
I actually want one now. I think that's a really nice bit of kit. And it's not too massive. Not too massive.
No, it does look a little bit like a pressure cooker.
It does. It does, or a bin.
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of cool. I like it. No, I think that's.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
And that's a really good point.
Yeah, happy with that. I could probably stick a little Brinko sticker on there for everyone in the box. So yeah, fantastic. Look, it's trying to get to 5. Brilliant, what a bit of kit. So there you go. I've been John from Loz Brinko. He's been
Paul from Paul's Beer Reviews.
Thank you for watching our review of the BeerMonster beer machine. It's a banger.